Let's go, let's go, let's go. To the top, to the top, to the top. Stay down and ran it up. Stay down and ran it up. Stay down and ran it up. Stay down. Welcome to episode 2 of Not Safe for Work podcast, where we discuss all things sports, pop culture, and current events. Today I'm joined with my esteemed host,
Uncle P.
The boy H in the building.
And I go by the name of Juice Elliott. This is episode 2. First and foremost, we want to say thank you to everybody who listened to the first episode. To kick it off, we're going to start today with some current events, some things that's going on.
I sent you notes.
Yeah.
Right.
Notes over there.
Live. Wait, we live on Instagram.
Are we only doing audio today?
No, we're gonna do a vid. We're gonna do a vid, but we're just gonna
This shit just flow naturally.
Yeah. So, Gilly the Kid recently put out a video. In the video, do we got the video?
Yeah, I got that. You want me to play it?
Yeah, you can play it.
Should I hold it up to the mic?
Yeah.
Repeat this to all my young boys that's out there in the streets. If you believe in God, when you pray, ask God to send you to jail, man. You hear me? When you pray at night, when you pray in the morning, however you pray, you make sure you ask God to send you to jail. Because when it go down, it's going to go down. And I'd rather you niggas go to jail than to go to heaven. Because when them GBBs pull up, them get busy boys pull up, and they start lighting shit up because you want to be out here in the streets, ask God to send you to jail. See, a lot of the reality of it is a lot of you niggas need a 5 to 10, 7.5 to 15 to 10 to 20. Yeah. They act like jail was such a bad thing, but the reality of it is jail saved a lot of you niggas' lives. They're going to save a lot of...
I ain't gonna play that, John.
So a lot of the responses from the video was it was Twitter stuff. A lot of people was like, don't listen to no nigga that's not getting back for his son, or don't
Just
know.
weird shit, just non-realistic shit. Niggas sounded like white people. No offense to my white people out there, but yeah, it's just like niggas saying like, well, how about you just get out the streets?
Okay. Well,
you go first, H. You got like a different opinion on it.
Some people may say that I see life as butterflies or whatever, but in this situation, I understand what he's saying, but it's I just feel like it's too complicated for one person to voice their opinion, because once you start voicing your opinion, you always gonna hurt somebody. But the message itself is just these niggas are too hard-headed for anything else.
Real shit, because you're not talking to regular people.
And I'm pretty, you're not talking to regular. I'm pretty sure Gilly's more in touch with the streets than I am, so he got a better recollection of what's going on out there. I'm pretty sure he tried to talk to many people.
Many niggas.
And people
niggas don't listen.
People don't listen.
Niggas don't listen.
And
Some
niggas died probably 5 minutes after this conversation. So
real shit. Niggas die every day. Niggas is dropping like flies. Sometimes you just gotta... Sometimes niggas, that's what they need is jail, because you gotta understand, like, sometimes these niggas went through stuff in their lives where at, like, important phases of their lives. Like, we got 2 growth spurts. Early on, it's like small children, 2 to 5, our brain develops. That's a growth spurt right there. It's not nothing crazy, but that's where we get our regular functions, walking, grabbing things, mobility. From like 24 to 28, it's another growth spurt. And around that time, niggas is primarily in the streets. So if you going through some shit, you got some traumatic experiences, that shit affects your brain, like, in some real legit way. Like, you can see graphics of it. I went through some training at work, but I'm just rambling. But that should be affecting. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that should be affecting niggas' brain, and it rewires their brain. And they can't undo that. Like, it's no just get out the streets. Sometimes that's all niggas know. It's the same with anything. It's like can't just tell a professional athlete stop playing football. You're like, what? Like,
that's all you know.
Exactly. He's just going to tell you no. But obviously, what he's doing is it ain't really a detriment to anybody. But being in the streets, if that's all you know, sometimes you need to. Somebody got to sit you the fuck down.
And see where I get controversial is, we all know right from wrong. I don't want to hear.
We're taught right from wrong.
No, you know right from wrong, regardless.
No, if you brought up and don't nobody teach you right from wrong, how you gonna know it? Same with racism. Kids don't just grow up racist.
The main evils of the world is raping and killing. Everybody know that's universal.
Yeah,
and that's what we're talking about.
I
think some of the guys some of the guys like the way they talk about it. I feel like they don't think they wrong. I feel like they like, oh, these guys are trying to get me, so if I get them, I'm not wrong.
Right.
That's just one facet of the street shit.
Right.
But I think Gilly laid it out like how, remember them niggas in middle school or high school that used to come to your school? They all did 20.
I seen one nigga dancing nigga. Niggas from Lamb know what I'm talking about.
No, you're right.
Short, boy.
Yeah.
Niggas did 20 years, they come back and it's like Black Men Fellowship or something like that. They have like have you in the auditorium, they tell you like, this was going to happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
This was going to happen to you. And Gilly kind of laying it out like that, like, yo, this is what's going to happen to you. Because I think a lot of the niggas, they do be needing to sit down.
And to me,
too much.
He almost like trying to get people to choose the lesser of the evil, like death or jail. Like if you in the streets, 'cause that's who he's talking to. The people in the streets. He ain't talking to the 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He ain't talking to the niggas that sell a little weed. He's talking about the niggas that's not going to work out here trying to get back. Niggas is selling packs, all that shit. He's talking to them niggas. They have no choice. That's all they know. They can't just, niggas might got a record. He can't just go apply for a job. He got 2 kids. He was taken care of with the drugs, got caught up, went to jail. You telling him just get out the streets. He worked for $9 an hour. And he was just supporting his family, making like 10 bands a week or some shit. Like,
but that's unrealistic. What are we talking about?
It's not, yeah. Well, that all comes back to how you was brought up and how you get into the life.
But my gripe is this. This is only, I feel like, more so in the black community or the colored community, the black and brown community. We don't correct when people, they're wrong.
That's another conversation.
No, that's the kind of.
I know what you're talking about. We don't hold nobody. So you hold somebody accountable. You hating.
You have to wait till you get into closed doors and be like, yo, you was wrong about that, right? Even though this situation could have took my life.
Close to the mic.
This situation could have took my life. I gotta rock with you, even though I know you wrong.
Right.
And I can't tell you you're wrong in the environment we in. I gotta wait till we get back home.
Yeah.
So with people that's going through these situations, and when you try to correct them, they never been corrected. Right. So that goes more to what you're saying. They probably don't know right from wrong because their whole life I've been right for them.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, like I feel like all this started like in middle school. I can't lie to you. Middle school, elementary school. I feel like a lot of these guys, they kind of always been bad. Niggas always been bad. And sometimes certain niggas fall into it later on, but from the onset, I think young boys just be badass young boys.
You are what you are.
And then, you bad in math class, you're gonna be bad somewhere else. So I don't know. I think Gilly laid it out, and I just think a lot of niggas they don't understand the concept of not understand it, but like niggas be like, I don't wish jail on nobody, jail, no jail, no jail.
It's better than death.
And like, yeah.
Some people will argue that.
That's true. Some niggas will say, I'd rather die than go to jail.
Yeah.
And
they ain't rap too tight. Well, I don't know.
Exactly. We
going to jail for life. If you telling me a 5 to 10, all right. But niggas say, he said, I do that on my head. Nigga, you crazy? But
I ain't doing no 5 to 10 on my head.
Niggas, y'all had to get me. We on a Bronco.
5 to 10 is still a tough pill to swallow.
It is, but life? Who imagine that? Oh, that's why niggas be telling.
You know what? In a
weird niggas do be telling.
That's why I don't do crime.
Them years.
In a weird way, I feel like I can almost accept life more than 5 to 10 because I can move freely in this joint. I can protect myself freely in this joint. I ain't going nowhere.
Right.
5 to 10 is putting me in predicaments where I might have to just get beat
Can't
the fuck
fight
up.
a nigga back.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm
Damn.
saying?
Yeah.
That type situation. So, I don't know.
I think we are operating from a skewed view though, because again,
Of
you know,
course.
we, you know what I'm saying, we was told like, yo, you do this happened, and we believed it. So I think a lot of the niggas that fall into these predicaments, I think they just, you know, they probably got away with it once, got away with it twice, 3 times.
Now I'm never wrong.
Now I'm never wrong, right? Kinda.
And I got all this shit.
Yeah, you got all this shit, like
I got all this
this shit.
All this yam,
saying?
all the money, all the yam, all the clothes. I'm getting platters every day. I don't go to work. I'm on the gram all day on ice.
On ice.
Chilling.
Who got chased?
Yo,
Tap in
tap
with-
in, BOA, tap in.
I be so close to
nigga.
tapping in.
I
I be so close to tapping in, but I know
That's
it
the-
ain't
that's
good.
the cat.
I just know it ain't
Fuck
good. I know everything.
That's the cat.
Everything
You know,
good.
and you look around, you see the niggas. You know, like I get up every day and I go to work. You know what I'm saying? Niggas go to work. That's a different kind of humility you gotta have. Like really.
It comes down to reference point too. Like, what when you saw somebody, like, how can I say this? Like, what I mean by reference point is like when I was a kid, I saw my mom get up at 8 a.m., take us to school. She would go to work. She would come home. Every weekend we wouldn't just go to the mall and shit like that. We would every now and again. But that's what I mean by reference point. I saw that. My mom would go shopping every here and again. My mom would, we had food in the fridge. She did the regular shit. So to me, that's normal. If you growing up and you getting everything you want, we all had niggas in our classes growing up. They had J's, all the shit we ain't have. It's like, how the fuck? And they parents just bringing in money from every which way. So, of course, you might want to grow up and that's how you want to attain your money, your assets or whatever. But, like, it's a baby face Ray line for this. What'd he say? He said to ride a little longer when you out here living honest. And that's real shit. Like I said, I can't go to the mall every weekend. My mom didn't just buy shit every weekend. But every now and again, we could. But guess what? We didn't get no doors kicked in. You know what I mean? Didn't get, like, niggas wasn't after my mom. Like, what? Mom to work. Like, could you imagine? So it's like, then it's a trade-off, too. So you guys, to get into that shit, it's some shit you got to be willing to accept. And if you don't, then that's how you get, like, snitches and shit like that, because they try to have it both ways. They want to live the life, but they don't want to, like, hold it down when consequences come. So,
And the consequences always come.
they always come in some form of fashion.
Whether
Whether you get robbed, whether you get shot, whether you get fucking locked up, it's some type of consequence. Nobody just does this shit and then just be on ice after get all the money and just chill.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out Gilly, man.
Definitely shout out Gilly.
What's next, man? Cue us up.
So moving on, over the weekend, it was the NFL draft. Now, I love the NFL draft because, you see a lot of brothers, mostly a lot of brothers, you know what I'm saying, achieving their dreams, you know what I'm saying? So that should be beautiful to watch. So during the, on the NFL draft, they have, once the player is drafted, they show the player with their family, and these some brothers, you know what I'm saying? They show the brothers with their family.
Naysayers.
The naysayers, right? And then probably like 80% of the players had a white girlfriend. I got a sister, I got a girl. They always ask me, like, yo, what's going on with this? So what do you guys make of the NFL player, white woman?
Well,
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy because I feel like the percentages go up every year. And with that being said, Charleston White said it. I don't know if I believe him or want to go with what he said, but he said the black girl's always worried about what your dick doing, and that's about it. The white girl's really not worried about that for real. Like, she's worried about priorities, as in. I'm not saying this is true, or not. I'm saying this is quoted by Charleston White. Let me make
niggas quoting Charleston White. That's crazy.
But he spoke on the situation, and I don't know if it's completely true, but I feel like there's some truth to it. Some truth.
Yeah, I think that shit is it's a few different like factors of why that's happening. I think the main reason is like proximity. So like I seen a tweet. So we're gonna make a lot of Twitter references because as you know, the internet is growing. Twitter is our everyday life. But I saw a tweet that said, "Don't tell me it's just proximity, especially for a school like Penn State." It was for the boy. I think his name was like Fashanu or something like that. He got drafted.
Left tackle.
Yeah. And he was the boy that was sitting there. This is an audio experience, so we don't have a video for y'all, but the guy, I'm pretty sure y'all saw the video of the guy with his grandmother or mother sitting next to him, and then the white girl outside of them trying to get to him, but she's like, like
Mom wasn't budging.
Not at all. But the white girl, she's still firm, and that kind of speaks to what you're talking about, H. She ain't worried about all the other shit. It's just like, all right, this happened, but that's still my man. But whatever, I don't really want to speak to that. But yeah. So like the proximity basis, somebody was like, don't tell me it's proximity based because, especially for a school like Penn State, where obviously it's black people. But somebody brought up the point about how it's proximity based to like they're around these white girls every day, whether it be tutors, trainers, motherfuckers that's helping you with your nutrition. And then somebody also said they went to a D1 school. They like they really keep those prime black athletes like we kind of like segregated from the rest of the student body. Like they essentially celebrities. So they're not just with the right. I'm sure if he was up there not playing football, you could find a black girl. But like I said, it's a different kind of proximity. Like tutors, these trainers, they're part of the athletic staff. They dealing with like they might have a mentor or a tight end coach, and then the tight end coach he got you around his family. You might start talking to his daughter. It's very because they're in. It's a black dominated sport, but they're in like it's very white dominated as far as like outside of the athletes, coaches, the staff, everybody else is white. So
yeah, from what I noticed, a lot of the athletes that their partners they know from college, they also are athletes. Like Russell Westbrook wife was the athlete. Drew Holiday wife was an athlete, I believe.
Westbrook wife white? No,
she black. But I'm just saying to your point, it's just like who you around.
Yeah.
So if you were a prime college athlete, the most of the time you're gonna be around other athletes or people that's support staff around the team.
Right. It's adjacent to the athletic life and
100%.
So
100%. So
what? Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
No, bro. I think it come down to where people is just like. Of course it's proximity. But I think people are just like, yo, why your mama black,
right?
Your aunties, your sisters.
Nowhere, it's some self-hate in there. It's definitely some
how
self-hate.
did we get here?
All right, I can see that.
How do we get here?
Let me ask you this. What happens with, what can women get once they get money? It's usually like what? A BBL? Something that they can't acquire without money. It's a BBL, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to say there's equivalent, but I feel like we always want what we don't have.
I see what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
So we only have I don't want to say every black man, but we all have a small kink for a white girl.
I'm about to say you're speaking to the fetish.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's a lot of factors that go into that.
And a lot of times they get caught up, and a lot of times they probably don't even stick it out with them for real. Just be on camera. And another thing is we can't let this slide. Television has a lot to do with it.
Of course,
they're broadcasting that for a reason. They're not.
They want that shit to be normal, but
they're not broadcasting the black people with the other black girls.
Don't get me on my Dr. Because the boy, what's his name? They got drafted by the Chiefs. Xavier Worthy,
right?
Black as shit. Mom, black as shit. Girlfriend, black as shit. I did not see him on that couch on ESPN.
Right.
They show everybody else. I didn't see. Maybe that's just me. I'm sure I could probably find it, but I saw him and his girlfriend walking to the facility. She black. They ain't had no camera in her face.
Yeah.
Like all I saw was her bust down to the back. I'm like, all right, but like
on the same topic though, is the same thing with the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. When she walked into the gym,
that's on the I think that's on the organization. That's crazy.
That is crazy. But what I'm saying, the type of celebrity or cameras you get just for being black versus white is just dramatic.
Right. And if y'all don't know what we're talking about for the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, when Caitlin Clark went to her first practice first press conference, It was in a stadium, arena, hundreds of people there, maybe thousands. She had on, she was all dressed up to the nine. Angel Reese, they had her press conference in a half-court gym with some backdrop behind her. She came in with sweatpants on. That was it. It's very stark differences. But
I think people don't. I think that seeing stuff you don't usually see. I think that gets people's eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you see like a regular couple, like, a black man, a black woman, it don't catch people's eyes. It's like similar to seeing like the Eagles just drafted like this a cornerback and he white. You're not used to seeing a white cornerback, so it gets a lot of talking pieces, a lot of eyes on it because it's not something you usually see all the time.
They saying they're trying to normalize it. And I don't know if they're trying to, but that's what it's doing. I don't know if they're intentionally doing that, but that's what.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be. I think it's always going to be a certain group of black men that date white women, but there's also there's a large portion of men who also that only exclusively date black women.
I feel like
I think it's.
But the difference, the difference is. The black men we are seeing have strong black characteristics. The black big nose, big lips, all that type of shit. And they, well, we go
primates. So I call it Travis.
Yeah, that's wrong. But what I'm saying is,
he's a great athlete.
In any other regard, they wouldn't date you. That's the problem. That's what black women are saying. That's what I'm saying.
If you didn't have this,
I can see you fucking them or having sex with them. Then that's cool, but you're bringing them up there as on
your day.
On your day,
this is your day
next to your mom.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It poured into you. Yeah,
that's crazy. And even if that was a situation that was
she right. That shit is.
She got to be in the back.
They say you got Granny around all these white people. Damn,
Granny not feeling that.
Granny having flashbacks.
She not feeling that. She not. We can have fun with each other. And in them circles, but not date because I don't know your true intentions.
That's true. You don't come from the same walk of life. What's going to happen if we get into an argument? The cops come to the house.
Yeah, that's usually my talking point around. I'm like, yo,
look at Jeezy.
Yeah,
Jeezy.
Lord.
That's another topic. Let's segue into that.
So
let me pull this shit up. Finish your point, though.
No, I do want to say that's the point. The talking point I like to get to about that stuff is like they don't particularly understand your reasoning for certain stuff. Like, oh, you getting a haircut every week?
Something simple. Like that's something simple. Like
yeah, I'm getting a haircut every 2 weeks. Like that's what we do. We get haircuts. Something like specifically the Jeezy thing. Like Jeezy is a black man from the South. He loves guns.
Yeah. I don't
like
with enemies. Like that nigga has niggas ran to his man crib, tied him up. Rest in peace, Pookie Lope. Gucci, like, come on, niggas got trauma. Like, nigga, he but this picture is crazy. Like, why is he walking around the crib with an AK? You see this, John? You never even see this, John? No. This is so I guess this came up in the court documents with Jeezy and Jeannie Mae. I guess so the court documents are public because they are currently in a custody dispute over the child, and Jeezy's ex-wife, Jeannie Mae, is making claims that he walks around the house, brandishes weapons around the child, has drugs and uses drugs around the child, and he's just obviously like unfit.
She's getting slimy.
She's getting real slimy, and I'm not sure what Jeezy, because of course I wouldn't hear too much about what she got going on. I don't know why, but I heard something that Jeezy, his argument for trying to get custody is that she always leaves the kid with her parents while she goes out. It's typical Jeezy. You are crazy walking around with that AK. You gonna have to explain that. I don't.
He's a black man from the South. They all ride around like that.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's true though. That is true. I'm sure it's some context that would make that make sense. Yeah. I'm sure he probably heard something at the door at 2 a.m. Grabbed that John and she got it like, oh look, he got a gun in the house, and it's like he probably heard something.
I don't believe in that at all.
That's why I think.
Oh, the time it got the time on the video frame. It's 8:30.
PM.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's 8:30 p.m. because it's Army time, so it's 2026. For the nurses out there, y'all know that's Army time.
No, bro, that goes to my point. Like, we gotta date people. I mean, we don't have to. Do what you want. But my advice is to date someone who understands where you're coming from, so they can help lead you to where you need to go. Because sometimes you get into things with people, get in relationships with people, and they don't have a frame of reference of like who you are, what you came from. There's always going to be like an inflection point right there of like
It's a disconnect.
there's a disconnect because you don't really understand what makes me, what makes me tick. But I think as H was saying before, is like there's like a thing around a white woman or different races that they a little bit more submissive. They a little bit more get along with whatever a guy got going on. It's just like, man, if that's you as a guy and that's what you want, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I think since I come from that, you know what I'm saying, I'm used to my mom telling me about myself.
Right.
I'm used to my aunties telling me about myself, my sister telling me about myself. I feel like for my woman, I would like
pushback.
Yeah, I like a little pushback.
Little
Somebody tell me like, yo,
hold you accountable.
tighten up.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that in a lot of the athletes, a lot of the entertainers, when they don't have that, how they be like,
How they be moving.
They be
Not
moving
in.
funny.
KD.
Funny.
That nigga said in his exit meeting today. What the fuck he said? He said, I die for this shit. He said, this all I got. Then he tried to walk it back to myself. No, I mean, I got other shit going on. But it's like, no, nigga, this all you got.
Yeah.
Like, if you had a wife or something, nigga, you would.
Bro, you
just
see how
different.
Bro, you see how Free Brown was playing Game 4?
Because he got a wife. He got a wife at home.
A wife, like.
Everybody can't be a sniper like Harden.
No. Shout out Harden.
Y'all ready to go to sports?
He had 31.
They said, hold on, Harden. They said that nigga hit 11 floaters all year, all season. Last game 4, he hit 6 floaters.
Bro, I'm surprised at that. When he played for the Sixers last year, he was a floater guy.
He was with the Sixers. I remember
Heavy
that. I remember
floater.
that.
In mid ranges.
I think you know what that is, right?
What?
It's coaching. Gotta be.
Yeah, that's not.
Ty Lue telling him keep doing it and like to
quitter, bro.
to enforce that. That's another conversation. We just talking about the flow. H got triggered. He said, "Don't bring this
He's
nigga
just
up."
a quitter. That's all it is.
We'll get there.
He never lost anything.
But the floater though, how do you just do like? That's like Kareem doing a skyhook 3 times in a year and then spamming it in the playoffs round 1. It's like, why you and then not doing it next year at all, and then doing it. That's like, why you not? I just wonder why he not. I think it's Ty Lue telling him like, yo, keep going to the floor.
He's a diva.
He's the weirdest offs.
He's a diva.
Who Harden?
Yes.
All them niggas divas,
No,
except for
he's a severe diva. Though.
except for Ant.
Full stop.
Tatum plays like a diva, but he don't act like one. At least from what I see. But he definitely play like one.
I think Tatum need to be more of a diva.
I see what you mean. Like, yeah, he need to start like Jaylen Brown. You airball. He need to start clapping at that nigga. Like, the fuck is you doing? I don't know, man. It's this nigga's temperament. He probably had a white girlfriend.
Probably.
I don't know.
He don't got no white girlfriend.
His first girlfriend. What was his? I don't know. No, actually, it's baby mom.
And sidebar, shout out to the white woman out there. You know what I'm saying? This is not an anti-white woman podcast. This is just
Absolutely not.
this is just our perspective from where we see it. Y'all probably lovely ladies. Shout out to y'all.
They all right.
But shout out to the black women though.
Yeah, for sure. They all right. But
I wanna cue up this my Drew Holiday take. I was sitting on this week, and I got a few notes.
so how are we doing this though? Are we just like gonna go straight?
Hey, we just going. I mean, you got the. You need your phone. All right, so I'm gonna cue it up. Then I'm gonna let you look at these notes. So my take, not even a take. It's just like just something. I want to get niggas' thoughts. Drew Holiday contract would be one of the worst if the Celtics don't win the chip this year.
Well, he not winning the chip, so you. Might
So this is my notes come in. 4 years, $135 million.
Yeah.
He's 34. Let's just say he's 34. We're just podcasters. I'm not. I don't work for ESPN. Well, he's about 34. Averaging this postseason 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Derek White is averaging 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Owed $18 million this year, and is a free agent after this year. So what I'm saying is,
Whoa, Derek Wright is free
unrestricted
agent?
free agent after the season.
He gone.
And that's why this is the factors into would this be because you obviously want to keep Derek White, but you're paying Jaylen Brown $60 million a year. Tatum's about to get $300 million a year. You're paying Porzingis. Out of all of those, who would you want to get rid of?
Drew.
What you think, H?
He has the shortest contract.
Who? Drew? He just got his. Yeah. And him and Jaylen Brown, they just got theirs.
He got his because they making sure they have insurance if Derek White walk. That's the only reason why he got it.
But this is my point. I think Derek White is better than Drew Holiday. What the fuck? I don't want to have to fuck insurance for Drew Holiday. I want Derek White to stay regardless, but I gotta. What do you? They gotta move some shit around.
What do you think Derek White is getting in the open market?
The market's gonna overvalue Derek White,
just like they did Drew.
No, just like they did Gabe Vincent. It's gonna be the same situation.
No, Jay Vincent didn't get paid, bro.
But yes, he did.
He ain't getting nowhere near money. Drew.
But he got overpaid. What I'm saying, he's on the Lakers and not getting minutes.
But free agents, you get overpaid in free agency.
And I'm not going to overpay Derek White.
Why wouldn't you?
For what?
I feel like he's the one of the players.
I feel like he's winning players. You like winning players, H. Like, what do you like? Who are you willing to pay, H? Who are you willing to pay? Forget who you not. Tell me who you willing to pay. Because I want to. That adds perspective for me. It's like, all right, you're not willing to pay Derek White, but who you willing to pay?
I didn't say I wasn't willing to pay Derek White. I'm not paying Derek White money what Detroit's going to give him.
He's not going to Detroit.
But I'm not saying he's going.
No, I'm not. He's
gonna go to like a middle team.
What I'm saying is he's a winning player. He wants to win, so he's going to do something.
I'm not saying that, but if
Sixers to take him,
if there's $300 million on the fucking, I'm not saying he's worth that, but I'm saying if it's $300 million for Derek White, I'm not matching that.
I mean, look, so I'm gonna look up Gabe Vincent contract, and then so Gabe got 3 years, $33 million,
11 a year,
11 a year, and Derek White is owed 18.
But I'm saying
he's going to get.
He started at 25.
I'm not saying he's not going to get more.
Maybe not 25, like 22 to 25 a year.
Yeah, you think that's too much?
No, what?
I think that's right around the.
What?
We're not agreeing or disagreeing, which I'm trying to understand. What you trying to like? You would rather have Drew Holiday than Derek White?
The original question was, did Drew Holiday get overpaid? Right.
Correct. Is it going to be
a bad contract
if they don't win a chip?
Correct. Mm-hmm. And then you're saying he's getting this amount for this amount of years, but you think it's too much, right?
It's not that it's too much if you want to keep Derek White and Porzingis and Jaylen Brown.
The reason why I'm saying is I'm not saying Derek White is not worth the money, but with Jaylen Brown and Tatum and Porzingis there, I necessarily can't afford Derek White what the market's going to give him. So therefore, I will lock up a Derek White-like player, Marcus Smart-like player, and Drew Holiday for less years and less money.
But he's older than Derek White.
I'm saying it's an assurance policy. It's just an assurance policy. It's not about who's older, who's better. It's just
that's what matters, though. I'm saying what matters to you. You know Derek White would stay if y'all had the money.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But they have too much. They too high up top. They have too much players they have to pay.
They didn't have to give Drew Holiday nothing.
They did not.
No, I'm not talking about Drew Holiday. I'm saying Porzingis, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and their shooters that's coming off the bench, Hauser, all them motherfuckers, they need to get paid, correct?
You can't pay everybody, though.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like a decision the Eagles had to make this year. Not to get into football, but like they had Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat. Hassan right now is the better player.
Correct.
He's the better player. But Sweat is 3 years younger, making $8 million less. So it's just like younger, costs less, and is an ascendant player or a player hitting their prime rather than a descendant player like a Reddick is or Drew is. They just make more sense to be like, okay, I'm going to put the money on the younger ascending player or player in their prime rather than a descending player.
I agree.
Because that's how teams get into trouble paying descending players.
Drew,
Bradley Beal.
So what I'm trying to say is, so they didn't have to give Drew any money yet, right? So you give him 4 years, $135 million. Derek White is 29 years old. Drew Holiday is 34 years old, 34 years old. I think they paid Drew Holiday too soon because I'm sure. Do you think? Let's say Drew didn't sign that contract. Does Derek White get more or less?
He gets more.
You think he gets more? What you think, Hughes?
Like how much more though? He getting 18 right now. I think he was signed with
More
the
than I'm
Celtics.
talking about in regards to Drew. Like
Was-
if
was Drew-
they don't sign Drew got 4 years, 135. Say they don't give Drew that. Do you think Derek White gets less than that? Because my argument is I think you could get Derek White to sign
Do me
for
a
less
favor.
than that if you can. Because obviously I think he'd take a pay cut to be with Porzingis, Brown, and Tatum.
Look up their Drew Holiday stats on the Bucks last year.
Regular season or postseason?
What are we
Regular
arguing?
season?
No, what are we arguing here?
Because y'all not understanding what I'm saying is Derek White is clearly the better player than Drew Holiday. I'm not arguing that. He deserves more money than Drew Holiday. I'm not arguing that.
Okay.
But the Celtics right now have
So you're saying it's not a bad move then?
for what?
To give Drew the money early when they did is not a bad move.
It's not a bad.
Okay.
The reason why he got the money is because the market for Derek White is going to be. He's a two-way guard he's the damn near the best defender in the
You
league.
think they're gonna get priced out?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And Drew is an insurance policy.
Yes,
And they couldn't. Okay. And
yes.
then Drew.
It'd be different if they didn't have Jaylen Brown or Porzingis or whatever.
All right.
We still need the talent, but we already have the talent. You're really just a
They're duplicate.
a cricket. I'm not a cricket on a tree or whatever.
So do you think Drew, when Derek obviously leaves next year, you think Drew could average 16 to 20 points?
I can give him not 16. I can give him 14. I give him 14. I give him 14.
He is
14 is 14, 5 and 7.
I don't know. I think you.
With the same,
right, some
you're
people
hoping that
I think he's a descending player.
that's what you're betting on his defense prowess.
I'm pulling
No,
up his age. And
I'm saying
he's
he's a player playing out of his prime. And if you notice, if your name not LeBron, once niggas hit 34,
He
35,
turned 34 in June.
they start.
If you're not LeBron,
If you're not LeBron,
hold on. So what the fuck was I about to say? So
I ignore his impact.
I think Go ahead.
what impact, bro? Because Drew been overrated for some time now.
He's never been
so. This is where the
overrated.
stats come into play.
He's never been overrated.
So
when has he
He's
been?
overrated.
He's underrated.
he's a two-time
Overrated.
All-Star.
Overrated player.
You was bringing up Jalen Suggs last podcast,
All right.
and
So
I dare you to say anybody on the Orlando Magic is better than Drew Holiday. I dare you.
That's a different thing.
No, it's not. And you gave them
Jalen's
respect.
a young player.
So since
But you
he
gave them respect.
So since he got to the Pelicans, right, 14 a game, 14 a game, 16 a game, 15 a game, 19, 21, 19, 17, 18, 19, 12
On what the Celtics
this year.
Because he's playing a role. You said that with an emphasis like that meant something. He just played a role. He's
Bro,
not-
but
he's
if he
like the
could
fifth
average,
option.
why wouldn't they let him average more if he
Because
could?
he's on a talented team with Jason Tatum and Brown with the best two-way
Porzingis
guards.
has been hurt this year, but I see your point stands.
I don't see that. I don't see that. If you a good player,
Like Derek White, I'm sure they'd be fine with him
Yo,
averaging 9, but
yo.
I see what you
no,
I see
H,
your
I
point.
dig. I dig your point. But what I'm saying is, if you a good player, like if you a good player, they're not gonna be like, oh, take less shots. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, why does he need to take less shots? They're saying something
I
there.
don't give a fuck who you are. If Kobe's in the gym, you're not getting the same amount of shots, bro.
I'm not saying you get the same amount of shots as Kobe, but like you should get a nice amount of shots.
How many shots Gary Payton had?
He went from 15 attempts last year to 10.
That's
It's
a lot.
5-shot difference. The last time he averaged 10 shots a game was his rookie year. 7 his rookie year.
Paying a nigga 130 million and take 10 shots a game.
That's when it gets
I'm
crazy.
cool.
You see?
I'm cool.
It's just what you're willing to do.
So
It really just comes down to what you're willing to do and your preference.
I'm cool.
Let's
And
look around the league.
And
Let's look
defensively,
around-
he overrated. So it's
That's
just
another argument,
Who?
another conversation.
Drew.
that's you saying that. Who? That's not in the NBA. Everybody in the NBA says he's the best guard on the top.
It sound good.
Pause.
I don't think he the best no more, but he top.
He's still
top
top.
No,
something.
he top
freeze. I mean, pardon me. At a point, he was a great on-ball
At a point.
defender, like a great point guard defender for sure. At a point, right now he's supremely overrated.
I think what to speak to that is when they play the Knicks. Brunson might get that boy. Then niggas gonna be like, Drew. Is he as good as we thought?
Jimmy Butler had a Hall of Fame game.
When's the last time?
Versus Drew Holiday. That's the last person.
When's the last time you watched the game with Drew Holiday? I'm like, man, he playing some defense.
You never say that about anybody.
I swear to God, on my grandma, I said that last night about Minnesota.
Bro, they was guarding.
That was crazy. McDaniels and Ant, how
He
they be
said-
funneling niggas to Rudy, but niggas don't want to go to Rudy, so they just end up looking crazy in front of Ant and McDaniels because it's like, I can't go to Rudy. Like,
They said they got Kevin Durant.
bro,
We got Jaden McDaniels. That nigga was prophetic when he said that.
bro, Bradley Bill. Let's have a conversation about that nigga.
What are we talking about with defense, though? You got
What I'm saying is, bro, it's hard to play
Juice think
defense.
it's overstated.
Yeah, I think defense in the A is overstated, but there's some niggas that really do play great defense. And Drew, at a point, he did play great defense. But I feel like now it's just like I haven't watched the game where I'm like,
But that speaks to the help he has too, though.
for sure. I think it's just when you talk about going back to the football thing again. When we talk about like pass rushers or something, right? You be like, oh, Nick Bosa is a great pass rusher. Rarely do I watch a 49ers game. I'm like, damn, like Nick Bosa taking care over the game. I be watching Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, like them niggas be taking over games.
It's like you don't gotta believe. You trying to say you don't gotta believe somebody's a good defender because niggas is telling me he's a good defender. It's like, I got eyes, yo. Like I can see.
Your
so
eyes have lied to you before. What are we talking? Now y'all trying to.
I'm not. That's not my
eyes.
point. I'm just saying. I'm trying to
I'm gonna
summarize
trust my
what
eyes
Juice
on
is
this.
saying.
Bro, I'm not saying he's a terrible player. I'm not saying he's a horrible player. I'm just saying a lot of his skill sets is overstated.
Okay, for example, Draymond had a couple nice contracts, correct?
For sure.
He ain't getting them contracts nowhere else. He played a role greatly for that team, and he deserved
That's
all
a good point.
And he shot less than 10 shots, can't shoot a three, can't drive for. What
They
we
won
doing?
4 chips though.
Because he played his role. So
That's
he's
what I'm
worth it.
saying.
Yeah,
That's
he's
why I
worth-
said Drew. If they don't win the chip,
Nah.
Draymond make all that money and they don't win the chip. You gonna look at the Warriors like they fucking crazy. You wouldn't? Because he just got 4 years, 100 mil. Would you look at it crazy if Draymond never won a chip and they still everything happened?
If I'm being
just no chips.
If I'm being 100% honest, now if it showed during the game that he was the reason why they didn't win the chip, then yes. But I feel as if you can play this role, only one person can win the chip, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you can play this role to make my team as best as I think it can be, I think you're worth. Like I said, the Klay Thompson shit. I'm getting 100 mil.
Mm-hmm.
He's not worth 100 mil only on a bum team like Detroit.
Circumstances.
Circumstances make you worth that. That's all I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is Draymond, it wouldn't be the same circumstances if he didn't win the chip. It wouldn't, because those are different circumstances. That means that they're paying him all this money and they're not winning. So niggas would look at the Warriors like, why are y'all in the second apron and y'all not winning? The Celtics about to go in the second apron because of Drew Holiday. So if they don't win the chip, say they don't win the chip, they pay Drew Holiday all that money, you lose. Derek White and Jaylen Brown request a trade. You look crazy as shit giving Drew Holiday all your big three is Tingus, Pingus, Tatum, and Drew Holiday.
Still a nice big three.
I know, right? It is.
They still ain't.
Unless Drew falls off a cliff.
That's what
Which he is.
It's a
Because, bro,
bet.
and you gotta think about this, bro. He's like, the fact that he's this age decreasing his workload, you think he just about to rev it up next year more? Say that
he
he
don't
say that
gotta
he
rev
say,
it up.
but no, I'm saying to say he has to, right? Say my scenario plays out, Derek White leaves and Jaylen Brown gets traded because they can't afford him either because they got to give Tatum $300 million.
Right.
And so they like, all right, Drew, we need you to take 15 a game again. After he just spent the whole season not doing it as a 33-year-old, 34 in June, he'll be 35 next year. He's playing for Team USA in the summer. At what point is he about to get better? How are you going to get more production out of him?
Descending player.
Like one injury, he's one knick-knack injury, soft tissue injury away from that joint just lingering throughout the year, in and out of the lineup. Like Middleton.
He got hired. It's not like Middleton at all.
No, I said it could get like I said. It takes one lingering injury to be in and out of the lineup all year. He'll be 34, playing in the summer for Team USA. More tread on the tires.
You said it. I got
So
you.
you can't just you're minimizing that.
He's a reserve for Team USA. Let's be real. He's getting in the game when it don't even matter. Like he's not even going to play on Team USA. He's going to be a reserve if someone get hurt.
And she's 34. Playing since October.
You acting like
until the summer.
He's not playing?
When is he going to... What do you mean he's not playing? He'll be playing for team. He's starting. He's not a reserve.
He's starting?
Yes.
Let's look that up.
Drew Holiday's starting.
Look it up, please. Look it up.
Wait.
No, I need you to look it up.
No,
we saying anything now. If Drew Holiday's starting, then why is he starting?
So I'm saying, bro, if he's starting, if he's not, then I'm wrong. But if he's starting, that's more tread. 35 in
But he's
June.
not. You can't say
and then,
we gotta give you facts.
but also you gotta remember, this is if my scenario plays out. Of Derek White leaving and Jaylen Brown getting. This is what I'm talking about, because I'm talking about if they. All of this started with me saying if they don't win the chip. You gotta stay with me when I say if they don't win the chip. If Derek White leave, and these are all possible scenarios, so don't hit me with the if. I don't want to hear that. This is we've been watching NBA a long time. It can happen. And just talking to you, it's for the listeners as well. But if they don't win a chip, they giving this nigga 4 years, $135 million. Derek White is an unrestricted free agent. He's walking. They can't afford him. And like you said, he'll get more in the open market, whether he's overpaid or not. He's going to get paid. He leaves. That's probably the most likely scenario if they lose. Tatum's getting $300 million. Jaylen Brown is getting like $290. That would cause for Drew Holiday to have to take more shots next year. And do you think he can do it after playing in the playoffs into the summer? Do you think he can do it?
To answer your question, no. But how can you play the what if game and I can't?
Give me your what ifs. I never said you couldn't, but I was trying to get you to follow me with my scenario because you said you was like poking holes in it, but it's just scenario.
I'm not poking holes. I'm not playing the what if. I'm playing the game of reality and what's actually going on. What?
Go ahead. I want you to tell me what's going on with Drew Holiday. He's averaging 9, 4, and 6
for his role. I said look up if he's a starter for Team USA. That's all I want to know.
And my point about all this is that if you're a great player, your role wouldn't be you averaging 9, 4, and 6.
Like with Ant Steve Kerr.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Like,
what are we talking about? It's plenty of players who are getting paid who average that.
Bro, it's not.
Yes,
you're talking about just saying shit.
No,
9, 4, and 6.
Great rope. Yes, it is.
Bro,
who getting 135? Who?
Kyle Anderson, Draymond Green.
Kyle not
he's not getting 135. Draymond's getting 100.
Draymond in a special situation because Draymond is their point guard,
and they won. Won.
And guard's the best.
They won already.
Front court player.
He earned that.
Y'all got it.
If the Bucks gave Drew 135, cool.
Y'all got it.
What has he done for the Celtics?
Next. Y'all acting like Draymond had 30 points.
He did.
In the fucking final.
He did.
He went to the final.
He definitely did. After he came back from suspension. Game 7, he definitely did, though. But that's neither here nor there.
I am an anti-Drew Holiday guy. He seems like a great guy.
I'm not anti-Drew.
I'm anti-Drew.
I just like Derek White better.
People don't get that money for playing roles. Y'all just yelling in the mic, and it's like so true that people get paid for playing roles.
Who?
That's my point. Is it worth it?
Who?
I don't have my phone, man.
You better cancel that live, nigga.
Y'all acting
How
crazy.
do I find the fucking starters? Why are they not just showing me this shit?
We gonna move on.
Y'all acting crazy.
Drew Holiday stirring the pot.
He ain't getting the start.
So yesterday or last night,
I know that.
The Minnesota Timberwolves completed their sweep of the Phoenix Suns. Was that sweep more so Minnesota becoming like an elite team, or the downfall of the Suns and no more quick bake teams similar to how how the Heat did it or the Warriors did it? What do you think? What do you think is the reason for the sweep? Was it the lack of continuity with the Suns, or is it just that Minnesota is becoming one of those elite teams in the West going forward?
I think it's both. I think the Suns is like, it got so many like turning wheels to why that shit happened. Because like Vogel was brought in to fix the defense, but and this I wish I had like faster internet connection because I don't remember I don't remember Vogel got hired before Matt Ishbia bought the team, but I think he did.
After.
I think
Wasn't it after?
He got after Vogel got hired after Ishbia.
Yeah.
Right. But either way, my point is that obviously there's reports coming out like him, the owner just meddling too much, and he was brought in and Vogel was brought in. So Vogel was hired to help the team. Obviously, he hangs his hat on defenses before they got Bradley Beal. I think the owner fucked up getting Bradley Beal. You talk about anti-Drew, nigga. I'm anti-Brad Beal. Like, I think Vogel was brought in because last year who they had last year? Was it Monty Williams last year?
Yeah.
So it's Frank Vogel. Damn, it's just 1 year and they about to fire him. Yeah, I think it's just the case of the owner meddling and then just like telling Vogel to just make like chicken salad out of chicken shit. Like,
I seen someone say like Vogel in his 2 previous stops with the Lakers and the Suns, they were saying like his kind of coaching would be better for a young, more impressionable team. They keep plopping him in with these veteran-led teams, and they don't respond well to Vogel.
When he coached the Magic, was they veterans?
He coached the Magic?
Yeah, he coached the Magic.
Oh, I remember from the Pacers. That's where I remember him from.
After the Pacers, he went to the Magic for like 2 years, I think.
That was a young team.
It was a young team.
Magic was
young. But it was ass though. But that's my point. It's like I think he's better off with he just need defensive personnel. I think niggas stop listening once you stop winning. Like I don't really think like, and maybe they chalk not winning up to it being his fault, and maybe that'll happen if you don't got like a real leader. But yeah, I think it's the case of the owner meddling and then just like why'd you. This nigga Bradley Beal has a no trade clause.
How much he had last night?
9. Nigga had 9 and 2, and he's getting $57 million this summer.
Whew.
To play a role,
and
he just didn't live up to his role.
And they need because they need him to play defense.
Nah,
and he can't play defense.
You paying a nigga 50
to play a role.
You got to average 25.
That's not,
at least.
What?
At least.
Do you understand people who average 15 in the league are, I would say, killing? They're killers for real?
Michael Porter.
You can't name a person.
Michael Porter. Bradley Beal was brought in to do what Michael Porter's doing.
Exactly. You wouldn't give Michael Porter that money?
Michael Porter, because he won.
No, you would just give him that money because he...
But they gave it to him before they won. But if he didn't win, bro, I guarantee you, they'd be like, should they trade Michael Porter or should they trade Murray?
Should they trade him, but not... Like,
but it validates you. Yeah, I'm saying. It validates you. Without a chip, it's like... Without a chip, you can always think, can we get better?
Michael Porter, I think, is the best third option in the league.
Right.
Y'all could.
I don't have to think.
They could correct me if I'm wrong.
Because Bradley Beal is brought in to play the Michael Porter role, hit spot up threes, and just don't be a cone on defense.
No, but Brad Beal would sit down though. But I think he more of like he would sit down and try to guard. It's similar to Harden. Like if you put Harden in a position to guard.
Harden's just the ox though, bro. Like he just low center of gravity. He's just a sturdy bull. Yeah. And he's smart as shit. Like Harden is smart. He know how to play them passing lanes.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal was out there looking like he was playing he was playing a different sport last night.
Minnesota was a bad matchup for them. It was a bad matchup.
All that wild ass dribbling.
Brad Beal more of like a methodical offensive player.
Break you down.
And you can't get methodical when you got D Book.
And that ball don't stop offense.
To be honest, we could have called this before. If we actually sat down and actually thought about this, we could have called a sweep before this.
I knew they was going to win, but definitely not.
You know why? I say that is because the makeup of that team, I'm realizing that with my Sixers, actually. Fuck talent. You need heart for
makeup, yeah.
Listen to their stories. Devin Booker was a loser before Chris Paul and them got there. Loser. Mm-hmm. You get 30, but you were a loser. Mm-hmm. KD was a loser before he met Steph Curry and them. Loser. Mm-hmm. You put them together. Brad Beal with Washington. Loser. Mm-hmm. Soon as that, like, all right, we all can fight. We all may get in a fight or whatever. But all of us change once we get hit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was not swinging back. And a lot of the reason is because they've been, to their credit, they've been hoopers. They've been hoopers. Like, my whole life, no one can guard me for real.
Right, yeah.
You have to go through something sometime to develop a callus. Like, that's why the Jalen Brunsons of the world is the way that he is, because
Getting shipped out of Dallas, didn't want to pay him.
I'm here.
Brian
I'm here
gets
to
swept.
prove something. And some people just don't have that mental be able
Toughness,
to
mental makeup,
to do. Embiid, I believe he does.
He be treading that line. And B, it's like he gave us 50.
My fault.
Y'all get to the
All right.
Sixers talk. I got y'all gotta say that because I might go off for 20
That's
minutes.
the next topic.
I might go for 20 minutes. No, I think with Minnesota was just a bad matchup for them. They too young, too athletic, too turned up, too big. Pause.
Coached well.
Like just
Leader.
yeah. The thing I love about Ant, because we could I think Ant defeats a basketball personally, but whatever. The thing I love about Ant the most, that nigga want to guard the other team best player. He want to drop 30 and guard the other team best player. I feel like that's like a callback to yesteryear where Paul Pierce would like score 36 and guard Bron.
Right.
Melo would score 40 and guard Bron. Brown would score 40 and guard D Rose. It's like, yeah, like don't turn down from that matchup. I feel like now all the great offensive players, they hide them on defense.
You know why? It's the culture of basketball has changed.
Yeah, it's definitely the culture.
LeBron, Melo, all them. KD got a little bit of that in him.
No, KD would guard.
You know
He was guarding Tatum when he was on the Nets.
The difference is the new generations is the AAU basketball.
Yep.
LeBron and them is playground ball.
Yep. AAU was in its infant stages.
Yeah.
Like you had to
we
get
gonna
it out the
protect
mud.
you. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
Playground ball.
You go out there and get
Niggas
it,
talking.
nigga.
Niggas talking shit. You and everybody. You gotta back that up type time. And they don't got that today.
Yeah, for his high school. I don't even know what high school.
And the poster
played for.
and the poster child for that is Ben Simmons.
Bitch ass nigga.
Hey, yo.
We're right for the AAU basketball. How the mental, you know what I'm saying?
The fragility of it.
Yeah, no one telling you no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I like Ant for that specific reason, and the fact that he don't back down, and that goes into the Sixers talk. I feel like, I ain't gonna cue it up. I'm just gonna start. Yo, them niggas, yo. There's a lot of shit I could sit with. Like, we just not as talented. We don't got enough shooting. We ain't got enough this. We ain't got enough that. But when it come down to heart, yo, that's the thing where I can't sit with it. Like, you niggas on that team should be ready to die about this shit, and y'all not. And I don't feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how I'm watching the game and I'm willing to do whatever to win, and y'all niggas from the crib, and y'all niggas just like for instance, right? It was a point in the game yesterday, and if you don't know, the Knicks beat the Sixers yesterday, went up 3-1 in the series. Game 5 is in New York tomorrow. But it was a point in the game where Brunson was coming through the lane, and Embiid, hit him with a little shiver. You know what I'm saying?
I heard about that. I ain't watch it, but I heard about it. And you said he was like apologizing or something?
So a couple plays later, Brunson came up to Embiid like, "What was that about?" And Embiid was like, "What you talking about?" And they politicking about it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, "Yo, Embiid, you the biggest nigga out here. He's small. Mm-hmm. Nigga, you gonna get hit coming through the lane. Bro, that's just what it is.
Explain to yourself to that nigga.
There's nothing to talk about.
Yo, bro.
There's nothing to talk. And I just feel like at that point, from that point in the game, we ain't getting another offensive rebound. Nothing else happened.
Oh, I got stats for you.
Nothing else happened after that point in the game when Embiid backed down from Brunson. Brunson like 6 foot.
So
210. Embiid, you should not be backing down to that guy. And I just thought we backed in.
Philly got out rebounded by the Knicks 18-8 in the fourth quarter.
Terrible.
That's to me as much credit we want to give to Nick Nurse.
You ain't feeling Nurse?
Nah, it's not about. I think he need to do something that he felt like he should have done, but he didn't do it.
What's that?
It's a double big lineup, as in Paul Reed and Embiid. The reason why I say that is because we have Maxey and Kyle Lowry as our guards, boxing out Hart, DiVincenzo, athletic freaks for real. And Kelly Oubre Kelly Oubre, he's tough, yada yada yada. But his knock was he goes to sleep on rebounding possessions.
Yep.
Yeah.
He don't put a body on somebody, and Tobias is notoriously soft. And Embiid is playing on one.
They said Tobias going up like it's a Tuesday night in November.
But that's
like,
what I'm saying. And Embiid is paralyzed, half face, half one leg type time. It's tough, and we gotta go double big. We got to. We will win next game. We can win this series if Nick Nurse.
Next
goes
game
double big.
is the Hart game. Not
We're not-
Josh Hart. I'm
series
talking
not- it's
about
not
Yeah.
over.
next game is
Yeah.
like if you like how the Lakers won game
It's
4, not trying to get swept. Like that's the pride, you know. You want to go home or no?
But
Like
it's not about Hart. We just can't jump as high as them. Kyle Lowry and
that
Maxey
athleticism.
can't do what DiVincenzo and Hart and whoever.
No, but-
and even McBride.
Right.
And
they do got because that's what Tibbs want. He because you think about they basically the 2011 Bulls.
And how many times did Maxey
running and just Africans just running
Maxey
and jumping
has the
and-
ball. How many times do we see Maxey have the
and
ball
don't have it no more.
and don't have it no more? It's simply
Tobias-
strength. It's simply strength.
But but the Sixers are down 3-1 in the series, and they've been the total points is 4. Like as far as total points in the
It's been
games,
close,
it's
right.
4. It's 4
Right.
points. So I feel like what the issue with the Sixers is they playing into the Knicks game,
Yep.
which is this tough, grinded out possession that they have to try to score
Using all
points.
24 of the shot clock.
You have to score points.
I thought what was that, game 4? I thought that would be the 3-point game. I thought they would just shoot their lights out.
That's what happened game 3. Game 3, we scored like 110 plus points.
Right. These
the
niggas-
Knicks can't get up to 105, 110 points.
Bro, they scored 97 points. Jalen Brunson had 47.
Exactly.
Sixers are supposed to win that game going away.
Yes.
Like, that's
we need
crazy.
to score, but we're playing into this game of like tough, grinded out.
Yeah.
Like no, get shots
we don't
up.
have
The
finesse
Celtics,
players.
the Celtics is
not
right
enough,
in that case.
not enough
We
skill.
don't got no finesse
I
players.
think low key, the Knicks have a better roster. The Sixers just more top heavy.
That's it.
It if you break down the best players on the rosters,
said
it
this.
goes in B, Brunson, Maxey, and then Knicks,
Nick,
and
Nick,
then
Nick,
some
Nick,
more
Nick, Nick.
Sixers.
Buddy Hill got
Who's
played
the
out.
who's
Buddy Hill died.
Rest in peace.
Then he died. The bull revving up? He said, Hector, Buddy is gone. He's not with us no more, bro. He's
back to the
gone.
Bahamas.
I'm gonna name players. You got, and just tell me if I agree. Embiid first,
So you was right.
Brunson.
Yeah,
and then they don't even got Randall,
yeah, I know. Because
Maxey.
That's the 3. That's the top. That's the top 3.
You got DiVincenzo. Who's on the Sixers better than DiVincenzo? I'm gonna name a Nick, and you tell me somebody on the Sixers better. DiVincenzo, Hart, Bojan Bogdanovic. Even though he's not playing well.
No, I think I would.
Oubre.
Oubre.
No. Anunoby is the
I forgot. OG,
OG.
and then Oubre.
and then so that's 3 Knicks outside of the top 3. That's 3 Knicks, then Oubre, and then what?
Is this a toss up
McBride?
after
Yeah.
that?
No, Hartenstein. He would be a perfect backup to Embiid. That nigga floater is unstoppable.
That's another thing, man. Nick Nurse, you are on the not Nick Nurse. Daryl Morey, you are on the clock.
He built soft teams.
Enough of this. Like, why are we always worried about who the backup center is, yo?
Mm-hmm.
Get a nigga that can hit a 3 or a nigga that can crash the glass.
Yeah, yo. They need
One or the
Daniel
other.
Gafford.
Because
Daniel
one or the
Gafford.
other is just like
Nick
why?
Claxton. Nick Claxton would be what?
Yeah, perfect.
You go big with Embiid. Nick what?
Get a rim runner
Right.
like Paul Reed, cool, but he don't play above the rim enough.
Right. He
You
play
need-
like he's 6'8".
Yeah, because he is.
Oh shit.
He's just got he got a little IQ.
He's a jag. Just a guy.
I like Paul.
Man, everybody likes Paul. Everybody likes B-ball Paul, but
It's just, man, we need somebody that can hit a 3 or catch a lob.
Consistently,
like Paul Reed. How old is Paul
We
Reed?
don't even have live
26.
throwers.
Playing the DeAndre Jordan role. averaging 5
We
claps.
don't have that type of team. We don't got lob throwers.
I think that's Morey, bro.
we're
Think about
so
all the
under the
makeup.
rim.
Think about all the makeup of the teams that Morey has built. Think about those Rockets team. Who was crashing boards? Nene?
That was for
PJ.
Well, Nene was a bull.
Nene was a bull. With the Rockets, he was old.
But he was still a board guy. He was still a board
Nene,
guy.
high motor. And it's not enough high motor on the Sixers team. Tobias is just...
Only Maxey.
It's not enough fast twitch guys out except Maxey. It's just Maxey.
He got humbled this year.
It's putting a lot of Maxey had a lot of pressure on him this year. And once Embiid went down, pressure on him. What was y'all, the 2-3 seed before Embiid went down?
It's a humbling year for him.
It definitely was.
My fault. He has to learn. He's got to get stronger with the ball. That's all.
He'll learn that. He's a coach's son.
And he don't get the Jalen Brunson call. He tried to do the same shit.
No, Maxey needs to get more demonstrative about that. Like he need to like throw his hit. He need to flail. He need to get that rapport down throughout the season. He be playing through stuff so much that the refs don't even see it as nothing. When like,
is it me or
he should get a foul every time he goes to the rim.
He just hooping.
But he also give like my little brother on the court. Is it me?
No, he's a great guy.
No, but he don't give.
I'll let him date my sister.
Maxey,
he's a great
Maxey's a great guy.
Yeah, I don't want that.
He got to be an asshole. He needs to be a dickhead. He needs to be a dickhead. Like what you were saying about Embiid, like hard. And then Jalen Brunson from the Burbs, he ain't even on no like. What you do that for? What the heck? Like, if I was Embiid, it's just like what nigga? Like I'm not.
Is you crazy?
Get the fuck out my face! Like what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And it's crazy, bro. Because Game 3, he played like a fucking maniac, bro. He almost killed Mitchell Robinson. You saw almost killed DiVincenzo pointing at this nigga.
Yeah.
He's playing like a fucking maniac, and they won, and he had 50. And when you play like a maniac, intensity, your motor, everything, you just playing on a high. You can't just. Your body's
willing to die about
yes,
it.
your body's, he's playing like that. I think because he was probably in so much pain dealing with that Bell's palsy shit. I think he just had enough. Like, all right, I'm pushing this nigga, I'm backing up on OG. DiVincenzo, get out my face. Brunson,
he grabbing niggas' legs,
grabbing niggas. This is like and they won.
Yes.
And he had 50. And then when he went out there on some, did I hit you? I don't remember hitting you. Like
that's nuts.
That's a valid point.
Too aware. He needs to see red. He needs to black out. Far too aware.
You the biggest guy on the court.
That reminds me when I played sports as a kid. Too aware. When you're too aware, you're not having fun, and you out there overthinking everything, doing bullshit. And B hits, 6 threes in Game 3?
Just putting them up.
Just putting them up. Falling down.
Yeah. That's my Sixers point. I think
you have to be in a certain mindset to shoot threes like that.
He was in a zen.
It's not even a zen. If my body feeling good, his body doesn't allow him to do what he wants to do. And it's coming down to, and it's always around this time of the year. He gets the flu. It was a flu game. How you get Bell's palsy?
And that's when Kendrick Perkins be having crazy takes like.
And I would argue that he had the worst luck of any player in the NBA history.
And that's when Kendrick Perkins just say some crazy shit like, sit him out to the playoffs, and Bob Myers and TV like, what? It's like,
yeah,
might have to like
February probably.
After
the All-Star break,
like everybody wants to be logical. Like, well, you can't just work him in. It's like it's either that or he just wear down. Like, you got to try something. We got to throw some shit at the wall, yo. He's 30. Like,
and also I think Embiid like. Remember when Vic, I keep doing the football references, but remember when Vic used to get sacked? It used to look like he was dying in that pocket because he didn't know how to like get hit and like. I think it's the same thing with Embiid. Like I don't think he understands like how to move his body in a way. That's why he always come down on his knee. It's always like he look clunky a little bit because I feel like he
moves too fast. I wish he could just slow this game down. Or half a step.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I see him going to the lane. I'm like, you don't need that much speed, bro.
Yeah.
You don't need that much power. I think he underestimates his power and size. You know what I'm saying? I would love for him to use half the season and just get a lot of fouls and see where he can go with his fouls.
Yeah.
Like he don't know this elbow ain't gonna get that call.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they do give him when he do get aggressive. They do call offensive foul on him. To be honest. He will do one of them spin jones and someone falls. It's like, all right.
I ain't about to do a scout report on the B, but I do think he need to work on his finishing too, especially like under the rim. I feel like sometimes like he thinking when he gets to the rim. It's just like, bro, you just
too fast.
like
Look, when Jokic goes, that should be
he under
like,
control.
I'm
You know
taller,
exactly what he's doing.
I'm just taller.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah, 100%. And that goes to Pat point about him being aware. It was a point last game at the end of the game where he came around a screen off an inbound,
The game shot.
and then he had a wide open mid range.
Yeah, mid-range.
A wide open mid range. He looked at the rim and drove, and then got a contest and missed the shot at the rim. That's
Because he's sometimes you do overthink, and in situation we all play ball. Sometimes when you get that open, it's like, like what do I do type situation.
no. We need him.
happens
on,
all the time.
We need him on timing.
But that happens all the time.
On timing.
Even with Bron, it happens. Doing the right, Embiid made the right play, regardless of what no one says. He made the right play. I'm the biggest motherfucker. I'm going to the rim and I'm trying
Dunk the ball.
Yes.
Y'all talking about the play he just threw it off the backboard or something?
No, playoffs. The Knicks. He got the inbound. He sees the rim. He's
Wide open.
yes, but I'm the biggest. I'm doing what y'all would have told me to do if I missed the shot. That's simple. He could have. He tried to go in for the and one. What he don't understand is you're the biggest motherfucker on the court. You're going to get the foul without trying to reach for the foul. He tries to reach for the foul. When he goes, all these elbows out, he's trying to get contact.
He grifting.
Yeah, you just go up. They're going to foul you regardless, even if they don't.
And you was thinking he going to get the call. He probably thinking he not going to get that
Call. Exactly. So he's doing more than what he has to do.
Same shit Harden be doing.
If you can look up the video, you'll see him like making himself wider than what he needs to be.
Overthinking the game. I think he need to dictate the terms of the game. He's too good.
Is he healthy enough
Too great
to?
of a player.
I
Probably
think
not.
game 3 was.
Probably not. I think great players dictate how the game gonna go. They don't get defense don't dictate what they do. It's like, I'm gonna do this. Y'all figure it out. And I think for some reason when he gets to the offs, he not able to dictate
But
that.
the game is more physical. He be broken down.
What about his basketball IQ?
0.
No, I think he got. I think he got. I think he
You
got
think
good
it could be
basketball.
better?
Yeah, give him an A to F. What is it?
No, I think Embiid is a smart basketball
A
player.
to F.
A to F?
Yes.
I'll give you
But
one.
you got
one
to
to
think
10.
about like defense. I'm looking at this video, and some like his basketball IQ and discipline appears to be lower than the average middle.
Talking about the end of the game.
Yeah.
I feel like
That was him. I'm sorry, but to me, if I'm tapping into Embiid, that was the desperation of him wanting to win, and he got overzealous.
Yeah.
The more he realized I'm out of time. Shit, I gotta.
He was not locked in that second half, and I think that's because he was tired.
Fell
He
off a
definitely
cliff.
he was tired. He was
Tired.
like, that's where
Tired.
Nick Nurse he played the whole second half.
Tired, but
Either way, it would have been tough. I understand that. So
yeah,
and I knew that in the third quarter once they said that on the announcer, I'm like, damn, he gonna burn out by the fourth.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna have him.
Is it time for the Sixers to trade Embiid?
And,
Assuming they lose tomorrow or whenever.
they ain't lose this series. We coming back. Hakeem did it, and B about to do it.
what would be comparable? What would be good value for Embiid?
Rudy Gobert trade plus more.
Probably about to say something like a Rudy and more, or like KD and picks and something.
Do you think teams are still doing deals like that? I feel like that Rudy deal was like the last.
Yeah,
of its kind.
niggas, because nobody really got that afterwards. But and what made the Rudy deal crazy was all those picks. But I think they should.
What players?
I think maybe if you trade, I think KD. I can't think of anybody else but KD and
The only way you trade for KD,
and Rudy.
only
Them and like shit around it, but they're the foundation of the trade. I think either of those would be cool.
I think if you trade for KD, you trade for him to play with Embiid. You can't make KD.
I'm thinking about Maxey.
You think Max could be the second best player in a championship team?
I think, especially what H spoke to about this is a great year for Maxey. He's talking about building callous, toughness, all that. I think this is great for Maxey's development. And I think a next year Maxey with KD, I think Maxey could be the best player on the team. And then if KD's your second best player, I think you're in good shape if you're not like if the roster's built correctly, you know. So
But do we have faith that the roster is going to be built correctly?
well, it's Daryl Morey. He's not a dummy. This shit could be worse. Like Phoenix. It's like or
They do got a lot of cap space.
Cleveland roster is stupid. I'm trying to think of another weird roster. The Kings got a good roster. Daryl Morey's not going to put a roster that don't make sense. If you got Kevin Durant and Maxey shooters, he's going to. But I don't know if Morey builds the team right as far as mental makeup. I think because I've been hearing a lot of people talk about Sam Preston, how he builds his teams as far as like the mental makeup. Like he wants guys that's like that wants it, that's going to dive on the flight. All the niggas that's on the Thunder are the same. They all the same type nigga, like mentally. Like Chet is not a bitch. Even though he could get bitch, but he's not a bitch. Jalen Williams ain't turkey. SGA be going at niggas. Lou Dort be going at niggas. They all got the same mental makeup. And I don't know if Daryl Morey I don't know if he is willing to recognize it or if he even think that's a thing. But
The personal part.
yeah, like because you look at all his teams, they all soft. Except for that Rockets team. And I think he just got lucky. Because the dog was PJ, CP3, and was he the GM when Trevor Ariza was there? That's how we need like producers and shit like that. That motherfucker. Nick be like, Dusty? You about to say something, H?
No, I'm not going to say about this.
So that will conclude this week's episode of Not Safe for Work podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast. We'll be coming out every Wednesday morning. We'll be putting out episodes for you guys. I want to thank you for listening. Again, my name is Juice Elliott, and
H.
Uncle P.
See you guys next week.